Hi all, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Living and Loving Life with PCOS. Today I wanted to do a video about how you choose the path for your treatment. Because there are three different paths that you can choose. You can choose Western medicine, or what most people call traditional medicine. You could choose natural, or you could choose a hybrid. So how do you decide? Let me go ahead and tell you, this video is not intended for medical advice. You should always seek medical advice from a licensed medical practitioner. But this video is intended to get you thinking and give you some questions to ask that licensed medical practitioner the next time you are there. Now, I mentioned that there are three options. You have the natural option, where you regulate your cycle and the symptoms with natural means like diet and exercise, herbal supplements, and things of that train of thought. You have the Western medicine or the traditional medicine approach, where you regulate your cycle and your symptoms by taking things like metformin or hormonal birth control pills. And then you have the hybrid, where maybe you regulate your cycle with natural means, like the diet and exercise or an herbal supplement of some kind, and then you take metformin to, say, regulate your insulin levels. Those are your three examples. Now, of course, each example goes much deeper into what you do and how you do it and for how long. That's just kind of the Cliff Notes version, if you will. So how do you decide which one is right for you? Well, this is just my opinion, but chances are if you already tend to go for the more natural remedies for, say, a cold or a migraine, or you like to plan your family naturally by charting your cycle with basal body temperature, ferning, or cervical mucus tracking, you will probably be more interested in natural approaches as opposed to the Western medicine or traditional approach. If, however, you feel very comfortable with taking a hormonal birth control pill because it's something that you've done for years and are comfortable with that process, then you may be more likely to go that way. Or if you're already taking other medications, say something for high blood pressure or anything like that, you may already feel comfortable doing that. If, however, you like the idea of kind of combining both elements to create the best treatment plan for you, because you like the natural side of not taking synthetic hormones, but you want help regulating your cycle, or not your cycle, your insulin levels, then perhaps you choose the hybrid option where the two marry together. So, how do you decide? I've said it many times in previous videos, but you have an open and honest conversation with your doctor, and you ask them to be very frank with you. And the second part of that is knowing that you do not have to make a decision right then. What? I don't have to make a decision before I leave the doctor's office? No, you do not have to make the decision before you leave the doctor's office. Have them present all of the options available to you. Take that information, write it down, ask to record their voice while they tell you about it, and you ask your questions so that you have the answers for later. Do whatever it is. Always ask before you do that, but do whatever it is. And then go home and think about it. Sleep on it. If you pray about it. If you discuss it with family, say your husband, or, you're a child or a teen and you want to discuss it with your mom, take it home. Go discuss it with your mom. Discuss it with your family. Pray about it if that's what you want to do. And then make your decision. Research what it is that they're telling you to try, whether it's herbal or hormonal. Research, because you ultimately are the one who decides what goes into your body and what doesn't. And if you know what's going into your body and you're taking charge of your health, then you basically are in charge and you're the boss, which who doesn't want to be the boss, right? Anyway, take charge and do your own research. Find out if there are any side effects that maybe that person hasn't mentioned to you already. See what studies have been done, what their sample sizes are. See what they're saying on forums like the ones over on the BabyCenter side where they have the forums for PCOS, or over on Soul Sisters. I'll link both of those down below. Also check your Facebook groups and see if anybody has experience with anything that they have said, whether it's a natural practice or it's a medicinal practice. Finding out what other people's real life experiences are can help you. Now, of course, take any of that with a grain of salt, but definitely investigate, because chances are, if it happened to half of the women's group that you're on, your chances might increase that it could happen to you. Now, that's of course not something that I can prove, and I don't want you to take what I just said and say that it's a fact. But if you see that pattern, definitely discuss it with your doctor, because the information that he has may be out of date. It's possible. And, bringing it up to their attention and letting them know what your concerns are can help you find something that is right for you that maybe doesn't have that kind of side effect. Because while you're asking those questions, make sure you ask people what their treatment is, and one that they like or one that worked well for them. Because, again, same thing, if it had a negative effect, it could have a positive effect. And that way you can have an open, honest conversation with your doctor that's more informed than when you sat down originally. Or have these conversations before going to the doctor for a treatment plan discussion. That's just kind of my take on how to pick whether you should go natural or whether you should go with traditional medicine. Because honestly, there are so many options out there that you really have to stop and think. Pray about it, talk about it, however it is that you process information like that, of that magnitude, where it affects your health, it affects your life. Do that. And then have that conversation with your doctor, follow up, allow them to call something in or recommend something with, your nurse or whatever. That way you have the best chance of finding the best treatment for you that will work for you and not against you. I hope that you found this video helpful, and maybe I gave you something to think about when you go to the doctor. If it did, give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to check the description box below for links to the 2 sites that I mentioned, and you'll be able to find all my social media links there as well. I hope that you had a great day, and that before you leave, you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.